Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So, today I want to talk about people attacking you. You, first of all, you pray for protection. Ask God, Spirit, Creator, dear Lord, protect me and my family, protect my loved ones from any harm. Today and always, dear Lord. You can pray this every day. And you go in peace and enjoy your day. Now, it might be scrambled up what I'm saying, so just bear with me. The spiritual warfare is real. And it could be friends, it could be family, it could be acquaintances, it could be, you can go into a grocery store, and if someone is full of hate, they will fling it your way. Okay, whatever it is, remain still. Remain in your true essence. Do not allow people to take you out of your character. And especially when you have your children around, you want to be someone who is humble, someone who could still stand in their power, someone who understands the authority that you've already received from the Lord. You have the authority to constructively put people in their places. And it's easy for me to say because I'm not working right now. I'm not really out and about. I take my dog out for walks, and I can tell you that a person that I thought was like an acquaintance friend, I had visions of her like backstabbing me. It's something that you have to pay attention to. It's not a matter of paranoia. So, I immediately just cut her off without explanation. I immediately, I go that way. She lives on the same street the park's on, but I always cross the street. In other words, to let her know that, to keep her distance from me. And, she tried to come at me one day. What, are you mad? I was like, no, I don't have time. I don't have the time or the energy to expend on, people who choose to backstab. And I didn't even explain that. I just gave her the look like, I don't have time. And I just keep it moving. And I will cut people out of my life to hold on to my peace. If they come back and they apologize, does it really make a difference? Are they really, truly apologizing? The people who take you for an easy target, what do you do with those people? The Lord says to forgive them and to forgive yourself, maybe for putting yourself in that predicament. I have family members that I didn't discard them. They discard me every time that I'm present in their lives. So I share the energy that, why would I put myself in that situation again? Why would I go somewhere where I know that I'm going to be energetically blasted or, felt like I didn't belong? What do we do with those people? We can pray for them, but you know, we pray for them and we just let them go. Let them go live their lives the way they choose. And, you just keep living your life. People will try to make you feel like you got to fit in this box to fit in the group. I say, screw that group. I don't want to be any certain way. I just want to be able to be myself. And I'm blessed to have a few people in my life where I can be myself. And I'm telling you, there's only 2 or 3. And I say, my peace is my greatest gift that I could give to myself. And I know sometimes things can go awry, and I just have to keep still. I just have to know that this path that I'm on, believe me, it hasn't been an easy one. A lot of people go through things and they learn their lessons. A lot of people go through things and they keep repeating the cycle. You repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until you learn a lesson. Is this person in my life valuing me? Am I valuing the person in my life? How do you keep holding on to a reckless relationship? And I'm not saying that to you, I say that to myself. How do you keep holding on? My first one was 19 years. And I left him in the wrong way. I basically left him and went somewhere else. But the reason why I did that was because he put so much fear in me that I was afraid to be alone. So, as much as people might have seen it as wrong, the wrong way to do it, I did what was right to protect me. And at the same time, I feel like I should have broke it off and had some time to heal before I jumped into another relationship. But it was the safety issue. And that was really hard for me. My second husband was good until we moved to Hawaii. I am Philippine, and on the East Coast there's not many of us, so I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. People must have looked at me like a commodity. I was just a person doing work. And so when we moved to Hawaii, it was a new world for him. I told him there's always going to be someone younger, someone more prettier, someone with more, a bigger butt, a smaller waist, a bigger chest, whatever, longer legs, more money, And I kind of lost him when we moved to Hawaii. Living in Hawaii was it's a beautiful state. But it was a state of mind that I lost because he really focused on me more when we lived in Delaware, and I couldn't tell you if that's actually really true because we felt comfortable with each other, but after the honeymoon stage, well, he was there for me, but he did begin to show his true colors, which was pretty scary. And The thing is if you don't have a strong mind, if you don't believe in your heart that you're deserving of love, you allow a lot of negative thoughts to come into your mind. You allow other people to dictate how you should feel. You allow not being your true self to try to fit in. Did I love both my husbands? Yes. I truly did. But you cannot put your spouse up on a shelf and pull them down when you want them. You have to learn to do things that your wife wants to do. You have to learn to do what your husband likes to do. And it really has to be an even give and take. I was raised to do everything. My oldest sister, I lived with her for 3 or 4 years, and that's another story. My mother passed away when I was 12. My dad hooked up with someone who my family didn't care for, and I gave her a chance, but I saw things that I shouldn't have seen. I saw strange men coming around when my dad wasn't around. I couldn't tell my dad because I didn't want to break his heart. So my brother and I started being mean to her. And she sent us back to our family in Santa Maria Valley. And that's when I started living with my oldest sister. My oldest sister, I was like Cinderella. I didn't even realize that I just did what I had to do to keep the peace. But I had to vacuum the whole house on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I had to scrub both bathrooms down, and she had a lot of tile work, and I had to do it with the old toothbrush. I had to rinse her baby's poop diapers out in the toilet. I had to care for her children while she was cooking dinner. When dinner was done, I had to do the dishes. On Saturday was laundry day, and Sunday was all-day church and spending time with her husband's family. I really enjoyed spending time with her husband's family. And that was my outing. But it made me realize, recently I went out with my girlfriend, and her sister came from Florida to visit. And it dawned on me that my sister sent me away after my sophomore year. And I told my girlfriend, Kathy, I said, you remember, you told me you were signing up for college. And I said, you can't do that. And you said, I already signed up. I'm gonna start taking college courses this summer. And I went home and I told my sister, hoping she would say, well, why don't you do the same thing? It'll be good for you. But she didn't. She sent me to live with my other sister. So my whole life has been really unstable. I've made it through some tough years, doing what I had to do to keep my stability. I really don't think God intended me to go through all that, but because of free will. I did. And when I ended things with my second husband, I told the story before, I saw the devil on my left shoulder. Well, I saw a being of some sort. And when I looked over it, it was like the cartoons, poof, and it disappeared. And in my head it said, go in the kitchen and get the 2 biggest knives. Cut them up, you'll feel so much better. And I stood there frozen for a second. He never even recognized that I was standing there, frozen in the middle of the living room. And on my right shoulder, I saw something. And poof, it was gone, and it sounded like my mother's voice saying, go for a walk. And God divinely walked me out of his life. There's a lot more to the story, but it's not the right time. I only got 8 minutes for this reading of self exploring. Explore your life. Make your life count for something good. Choose you. What makes you happy? Don't be someone's doormat. Don't succumb to negativity. Do not feel comfortable gossiping and listening to lies. If someone's telling you something about somebody else, first of all, you should know that when you walk away, they're going to be talking about you. Secondly, you should do your due diligence and seek for the truth, so you know the people around you, who to trust and who not to trust. There's one of the decks, is it the Akashic Tarot? I think it's the Akashic Tarot that shows a chessboard. Or which one? I don't really remember which deck it is of mine. But the chessboard is of your life. You are the main player. You are the main character. The people who are on your side, whether you're, the white pieces or the black pieces, it doesn't really matter. But the people who are on your team, they say they're on your team, but why are they on your team? Are they on your team because you have good energy and they like hanging out with you? It makes them feel good because your energies, right? You have good energy. Yet when you walk away, they talk about you. They talk about what you're wearing or who you're dating or what your looks are and how uppity you think you are and how this and that. And all they're doing is projecting their negative aspects onto a person that's not around to speak up for themselves. So even for me, I have grandparents who were here in the community. They built their house in 1956. The house is still existing. None of the main boards have any rot to it because back in the day they made it with redwood. Termites hate redwood. The house is still existing. And I have so many relatives that don't honor them, who choose not to honor them, who choose to let other people talk bad about them. I refuse to do that. I refuse to allow people to take my loved ones 6 feet under and stomp on their name. Because I stand up for myself. Because I stand up for the dead because I stand up for the weak, because I stand up for those who can't speak for themselves. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about what I'm doing, because I know I'm doing the right thing. Do I wish them to burn in hell? No. If that thought comes into my mind, I throw it out and say, no, I don't wish anything bad upon anybody. But don't talk about my dead relatives in a filthy way. They were pillars in this community. That's what brought me back. It brought me back to speak my piece to everyone and be okay with it. My uncle lives in the house. He knows it's not intended to be that way. He's old and I don't want him to, have a heart attack and die. But I did speak to his wife. I said, when Uncle dies, it's up to you to do right with the house. And she really refused. And I told her, I said, if my uncle doesn't want to honor his mother as a woman, you must honor her. You must honor her wishes. So I leave it up to her to choose right over wrong. And I let it be at that. I tell my uncle that I love him. He's my mom's little brother. And I will always love him. And I will always wish the best for him. Him and his family. And I meant that when I said it. And I know my uncle's stubborn. That's why I went to his wife and told her that very important information. And I told her, Grandma holds high places in heaven. You better pay attention. And it's by God's grace I am here today to help you all in some way, some fashion. I hope this message touches your heart and let you know that you have the strength to shine bright, to come out of that fixed box that people place you in, to not be someone's doormat, to choose yourself and choose what makes you truly happy. Don't go out of your way to be involved with people who want to hurt other people, who want to be mean and cruel. You gotta walk away from that. Otherwise, you're gonna succumb to it and you're gonna be just like the people you're hanging around with, if that's who you're hanging around with. Anyways, I'm gonna do some more exercising for all of you. In my next reading, probably I'm gonna do a little exercise thing out in the front yard. And I kind of want to say, if I get 1,000 likes, that I'll take it to the streets. I'll go to parks. I will go to beaches, and I will do these exercise things for all of you. It would be kind of fun, and it'd be kind of a cool thing to see come to fruition. God bless you all. I send you love and light. Please think about your own heart. Spirit wants you to know to choose you in everything you do. I love you. God bless you all.